Hello everyone, this is Darius from the Shotcaller, joined here by John Needham, the head of eSports at Riot Games, the guy responsible for all the amazing eSports things we're witnessing here at Worlds. First of all, we're here at the Accor Hotels Arena. Yes. How excited are you for the finals?
Amazing. So I was here for the 2017 EU LCS finals, and this crowd was off the hook. We had Roman Biergaard running around doing crazy stuff. He'll be out there again today. I've seen his outfit, it looks awesome, so I'm just super excited. This is a great place to hold esports events.
Looks absolutely fantastic. Now, John, you previously worked for the LEC. Can you elaborate a little bit about what you specifically did so all the European fans, of course, can appreciate your work a little bit more?
Yeah, so I was managing director of Europe, and I did two primary things: all the game publishing activities and community activities for the game itself around Europe, and we have 5 or 6 offices spread around Europe. I would help support that. And then I also worked with the team in Berlin on the rebranding of the LEC, on doing long-term partnership and everything we've done with the European League. And that was actually the most fun I had in my job, working with that team. So proud of them. They did a great job. So stepping up and taking that experience on the global stage has just been awesome for me.
What were some of the key learnings from the whole rebranding process for you personally?
Yeah, I mean, it seems really simple, but we built a publishing team to tell the story of what was happening in the league and give people a reason to tune in. And you know what, when you tell people why they should tune in to watch esports, they actually tune in. So we've seen this last year peak viewership and fandom around the LEC than we've ever had. It's been a really historic year, and to have G2 here in the finals in Paris is just perfect. So there's only one more thing I need for the perfect ending.
Hashtag Grand Slam, already get it into the comments. Now, the LEC rebrand was, of course, a huge success, and I've already talked with a few people from other leagues like the LCS and stuff. Can we expect other leagues to follow suit in some more and get a bit more going in terms of how hard they rebrand and how dedicated they are towards their core audience?
Yeah, I mean, you see, we have 13 regional leagues around the world, and they are all competitive with one another. So I think when you see something that's successful in one league, naturally the other leagues want to do it. So you're going to hear some exciting news around rebrands happening around some of the other bigger regional leagues very soon.
Okay, very excited about that for sure. Now, we do need to talk about a few other topics as well, because of course the opposition doesn't sleep, and sometimes the opposition has a few hiccups here and there. Of course, this year was marked in esports by the Hearthstone thing that, as Blizzard called it. I wanted to ask specifically if, for example, a player was to voice support for Hong Kong, and that would impact his potential travel to Worlds, what would be the reaction that Riot has, and what are the general stances on those topics?
Yeah, I mean, we don't have a hard stance at this point. We're going to look at every case on a case-by-case basis, but mostly we're gamers, we're sports fans, we want to have fun. You've seen the broadcast of the LEC, it's just a fun show, and so we want to focus on those aspects of what we do really and try to stay away from politics. And we want people to spend an hour or two with us and just kind of relax and have fun. So we're going to focus on that part.
Of course, absolutely. You want to kind of tune out at times as well. But of course, sometimes not tuning out itself can be an act as well. Is that a balancing act that is a bit hard to manage at times at such an international company such as Riot?
It is. I mean, the game's international. We have people who play from every culture around the world. So that's why we try to be very agnostic and respectful to every person's kind of needs and beliefs and everything. So we're a player-focused company. We want to serve all of our players, and we just try to focus on that.
Absolutely. Now, there were a lot of huge titles announced at the League 10 event, of course. I'm a huge TFT fan. I peaked at Diamond 1 this season, so I'm very excited for the new patch. Thank you. Congrats. But one thing I was a bit, maybe not disappointed, but a bit surprised by. We opened a Discord server and everything and had a lot of people in. And we actually did a few tournaments ourselves, and we ended up getting thousands of viewers for it because we were kind of the only ones doing tournaments at the time. We saw the first Invitational, which was also, it was great, but it was also like influencer focused a little bit. Yes. So can we see in the TFT future also tournaments where the highest of the challenger players will participate as well? What is like the stance towards that topic?
So I'm taking you want to become a TFT pro player.
Maybe.
Look, with TFT, it's not as hardcore competitive game as the Rift in standard League of Legends. So we're looking at TFT from an esports perspective more as an entertainment property. We're going to do more invitationals. We're going to do a charity tournament as part of our All-Star event in December that we're super excited about. And next year you'll see, while we have some structure around esports for TFT, it's not as structured as League of Legends. So we're going to be feeling our way, getting feedback from our fans as we always do on how to tweak our format. But we're super excited about TFT. We're going to be investing in more esports events around TFT. It just won't be leagues like you've known in League of Legends. It'll be a bit more casual, a bit more entertainment focused, a bit more tournament focused.
Absolutely. Okay, so if you do need a good interview for TFT, I know just who to call. But that said, we see a lot of fan dedication for G2 and Fnatic in particular, right? Like those teams are immensely popular. But then there are some other teams that are still, they're new to the league. They're still like developing and all that kind of stuff. What would be some of the recommendations you would have for those teams in order to develop a stronger fan base, specifically in Europe, where it feels like Fnatic and G2 already take up so much space,
Yeah, I mean, one of the things I really loved about the tournament this year, when Splice made it into quarters, and just hearing the fans cheering for Splice in Madrid, it was awesome, and that's exactly what we want, right? We want more fandom around the teams. I think what G2 and Fnatic do really well is, G2 does a bunch of great content around their teams, and they're very active on social. Fnatic does that as well, but then they've got all this merch that they do, and they just really know how to leverage their brand. So those are the sorts of things with these new teams that are coming up through the LEC that they're going to be investing in. We're going to be partnering with them, frankly, to build their fandom, because it's good for everyone to do that. And just giving fans a way to express their fandom and love of these teams and really get into them. And, most of our sport is about the professionals themselves and making celebrities out of them. So I think as you see some of these young stars come up, we had 15 rookies start in the LEC this last year. That's phenomenal. They're all European as well, so we've got a bunch of young faces. When we put some publishing effort behind them and just showcase them more, that's, I think, where these teams will be able to gather fans like G2 and Fnatic.
Absolutely. It's some great personalities as well. Shout out to Larson and Humanoid and all the amazing people. Love to have you at the LEC for sure. Now, that said, I love the announcement that you guys did to announce you, of course. Lots of great stuff there, but a bit maybe unspecific on what the next steps are, the next plans. Could you maybe give a little hints here and there what the specific plans for 2020 Riot Esports is?
I mean, it's one of the big challenges of my job is we've made great strides over the past couple of years in just increasing year-on-year viewership and fandom, so keeping that going. We're going to be doing that with just working with our partners and our sponsors and building great content together around our players. We're going to continue to invest in all of our international events, and just every year we've got to go up a notch. You're going to see in the opening ceremony today, we've taken it up another notch. So continuing to do that. Next year we have our 10th anniversary in China, and we're going to make a massive show of that. We're going to have a spectacle like you've never seen in esports, and I would say we're going to even challenge traditional sports and what they've done. So we're going back to China, our most popular region for esports, and we're really going to blow it out. So you'll see.
Okay.
We have big stuff coming next year.
Even greater than Bird's Nest and a Digital Dragon. Oh my goodness. Aren't you taking up the skid takes a bit too high here?
Yes, no, we're going higher.
Oh boy. Okay. We're already hyped for Worlds 2020. Worlds 2019 haven't even finished yet. But that said, so we saw with the competition, with Fnatic and G2 dominating the spaces usually. I talked with Neo yesterday, the owner of Vitality, and he kind of said like, okay, G2 are kind of going to dominate, and Fnatic have this DNA of always finding success, and we want to be the third best or fourth best team consistently. And a huge step towards is that the rookie system and the regional leagues in particular. How important have the regional leagues gotten for the European League of Legends esports space for you?
It's we consider the regional leagues to be kind of our talent farm. The way we develop professionals, and as I mentioned, we had 15 rookies start and come up out of the ERLs. So that kind of framework has really worked for us, and it's great because I'm super proud that the EU, 0 imports. and we're competing on the biggest stages in the world for eSports, and that's something that I'm hoping to replicate in all of our leagues around the world. NA will be next. We're going to really try to figure out how we can foster talent through the NA system.
So that will be a huge focus point for Riot, NA 2020.
It has to be. It has to be. I don't want the NA league known as an import league. I want it to be known as an NA league. I think that's super important.
Of course, and you come from you have a lot of traditional sports teams, specifically American teams that you support.
Yeah.
Just a few shout-outs you would like to give to those, maybe?
I'm a huge Celtics fan. My blood is green and white, and Raiders.
Oh.
The Raiders in American football, they're my other team. And Seattle Sounders in MLS. Go Sounders, they play later today in the finals too.
Oh, okay. Good luck to you for sure. Anything you would like to say to the European fans watching from home?
Thank you. We wouldn't be anywhere without our fans. They do everything for us, just as a sport and as a business, and I just love the passion and energy here in EU, and it's just a pleasure to be here and bringing finals to Paris this year. So thank you all.
Very excited. Now, for everyone that watched until the end, I want a custom hashtag from you. What will be your hashtag for this video?
Hashtag, let me think about that. Hashtag G2 Grand Slam.
Hashtag G2 Grand Slam. That's what I'd like to hear. I would say make sure to follow John on Twitter, but he doesn't have a Twitter, so maybe he should create one so you can follow him then. Thank you so much for your time, though, and make sure to tune in to all of LEC and all of Worlds, and especially Worlds 2020, because that thing will be crazy. Hashtag G2 Grand Slam for all the people that watch until the end. Thank you so much for your support. This was Darius from the Shotcaller, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. We'd especially like to thank Krzysztof Bujnowicz, Erich Althaus, Lukas Legal, Lazy Raven, and Adam Novosviat for your continuous and very special support, and of course all the people whose names you see scrolling past you right now. We have a lot of amazing projects, and of course Worlds 2019 in Europe coming up, so thank you so much for supporting us and enabling us to do our work. Thank you.